What's good, y'all? Hope everybody's living well and staying blessed. It's your boy, Markus B. As always, I'm joined with the one and only Mr. Evan Simmons and new guy, Chris. This is episode 84 of Holla at Me with yours truly. And today, me and the boys get together. We sit down and talk weird first date questions that are important, relationships in general, weddings, meditation. What else? That's kind of it. Yeah, and what we're watching, as we have been. That's just kind of the reoccurring segment. Anyways, if you like what we're doing out here, make sure you like, follow, share, and subscribe. We're at 179? 78? 9? 79. So close to 200. Right? So help us out. Get that out to as many people as possible. If you so choose. Also, if you need any vitamins, nutrients, supplements, apparel, anything that applies to working out and getting better, make sure you go to Redcon1, put my promo code T20MarkusB under tier operator, get 20% off guaranteed if they're not already doing some website discounts, and you help support the podcast, and we greatly appreciate y'all. Hope you guys enjoy the episode. Peace. Anyways, yeah, that's why they do it, man. Don't you want? That's basically free healthcare.
I'm not trying. Well, yeah, it's like logistically that makes sense, but like I'm not getting a logistical marriage.
Well, no, you're in love,
Like,
but you got to be quick with it.
6 months though, that's like you're still in the honeymoon phase.
Yeah, but it's gonna work out. It works out every time.
Okay.
For those that didn't hear the previous conversation before we started recording, talking about military weddings and how quick they happen.
So wait, what's the deal with the speed?
Well, it's because you gotta get it done before you go back,
So they
either
do it
on tour or before you go back on underway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you,
in my boy's case, he was going back on the submarine. That was wild.
So like you're on leave or whatever. Is that what it's called? Leave.
Leave.
Like that.
You're still in the military, but like you're. And I'm again speaking in generalizations.
Yeah.
Like, my brother-in-law, he was on the boat for 4 weeks at a time, or like 3 months at a time, something like that, and then he'd be back for a month, and then he'd go back and so forth. But like with my boy that was on the submarine, he'd be gone for 6 months, and then I think he'd be home for 6 months.
Meet a girl.
6
months later, they're like, "Hey, I'm about to go away for 6 months."
Yeah, and what he did was they got engaged. He went underway.
Yeah.
She planned a wedding. Awful.
Just like by yourself
so
for 6
bad.
months? Like,
yeah, she was by herself. She was trying to plan it, and she was supposed to ask his mom for some help. She didn't. She's an awful person.
Oh my God.
And then he came back, and then a month later, I believe they got married. Something along those lines. And guess what happened?
That didn't last.
No, it did it.
Hey, knowing someone for 6 months,
Right?
you don't know them like enough to like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call him
Nobody-
out, but shout out to my boy. You know who you are.
Like, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with you after knowing you for 6 months.
Yeah, you're not completely opened up to somebody after 6 months.
Yeah, no.
Or like my other homie,
Yeah.
who married I think she was a chick from Guam.
Like for a green card.
Yep.
Okay.
She basically divorced him even before they were homeside.
Wait, was that was he like? Was that a like a green card marriage, like intentional, like on both ends?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, on both ends, that makes sense. That's
Nah, my boy thought it was real.
I mean, it's not fine. It's legal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. She stayed with him as long as she needed to not get sent back, basically.
Nah, I'm good.
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
broke up like
that's
I
tricky.
think 6 months in.
That's tricky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do 2 years together. And
But they just weren't together.
oh, they weren't together.
They just weren't. No.
They were just married?
They were just married. And like,
Oh, they were married for those 2 years.
yeah.
But they weren't together.
Oh, that's sad. Sad.
Yeah, shout out to my other boy. He's out of the
man.
military now. He's studying guitar. Good for him.
Yeah, no, I'm
Mom's
not
a guitar player.
I'm not trying to get married like to anyone after like a couple of months or like I barely know you. Like marriage isn't like a huge deal, but it's like it's a big deal as far as like your.
What do you think is too short, and like what do you think is too long?
I think as far as like engagement goes, or engagement after 2 years, I'm like engagement makes sense.
Really?
Yeah,
That seems mad quick to me, dog.
2
really?
years maybe. Like I mean, my rule was always 3 to 5, but now as time gets on and as I get older, I'm like, okay, that means 26. I'm getting married. 27. I'm getting married. 20,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, my 3 to 5 rule means that right now that I won't get married till I'm 30, and that's fine for right now. But in 5 years, that won't.
I feel you.
That won't feel so good. But yeah, like that's like my rule's always been 3 to 5. It's slowly kind of worked its way back to like maybe 2 if you're like financially and like I said, logistically understanding a person. Like, hey, this is how you spend money. This is how like the future might go. Like, yes, we don't have to talk about everything, but like we need to like understand like this is how kids are going to be raised. This is how like, you know, I don't want any surprises.
I don't know if we're covering that in 2 years, dog.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not everything.
I would say
No, but
3. I would say 3 years for the engagement.
I think 2 years is that time frame where it's like I completely like trust this person, and
Right.
I can like completely open up to them, and they can completely open up to you, and you can like actually find that true person in them.
I get that at the 2 years,
And
but
then-
that's
Yes,
not the
yes, yes,
like.
yes,
And then after in those 3 to 5, like years 3 to 5, that's when you're doing things like finances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where
That's
you're,
when
like,
you talk
really-
about all that stuff.
So like
Yeah.
after 3 years, I could get behind getting engaged.
Okay.
Are you moving in before you get married?
Yeah.
No, I'm not, Mom. Yeah, my mother is not a fan of that.
Really?
Yeah, no, not a fan of that. She wasn't a fan of like I lived with in college. I had a house with 5 other roommates, and one of the roommates was a girl. Even though she was in a relationship with someone in the house,
Yeah.
like she wasn't a fan of like a girl being in the house.
Weird.
Yeah, I mean it's not. I mean it's.
I mean, I get it.
It's traditional
Old school,
values.
yeah.
You know, you don't want to. But at the same time, it's like I don't want to. Granted, you can figure this out. You can figure this out. Like I am totally like not supportive, but like understanding of how things like arranged marriages work.
Yeah.
Where it's like you 2 people meet, you people are a good match, and you figure it out together.
Yeah.
That's like I understand that part of it, but also I kind of want to know a little bit before. That way we don't like get a couple years down the line and be like, so you like how many kids do you want to have?
Yeah.
You want to have 6? No, thank you.
Well, not even in that light. I was talking to Connor about this the other day.
Like-
And he was like,
Cleanliness or
no. We were talking about just like I don't remember how he posed the question, but it was something along the lines of go through your daily routine.
Yeah.
And what about that would bother somebody else?
Whew.
So just go through. So real quick, just hit me with just what your morning routine is.
You want like a
Like a rough, because you and me are very similar in the sense of like
Yeah.
we do the same shit every single morning.
yeah.
Yeah.
I with intense consistency.
Yes.
Like I'll get up.
So what time do you get up?
Get up at 6.
Okay.
I'll put on. Might bother someone. Is I'll put on like Colbert or like some kind of like podcast or something like that in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Have that going, and then I'll usually shower depending on how I sleep. I'll shower. If I sleep like heavy and I'm sweaty in the morning, I'll shower or whatever. Breakfast, and then I'll dress. So if my shirt isn't like somewhat like pressed, I'll iron it, and then which is all a very loud thing because my ironing board is super loud. And then I'll be out by like 7. It's not much goes on.
Not much.
Yeah, but it's very much so let's get out of here.
Yeah. What about you, Chris? What's your morning looking like?
I'll wake up to like 6 or 7 alarms.
All right.
Get dressed. Make lunch.
Bounce?
Yeah.
Really?
I have 2 alarms.
Yeah.
I can't stand the
well, because I wake
rolling.
up and my body is like, and then I'm back asleep. Like I've said it before, like I don't even have time to think.
Wow.
Like I need like gradual wake up. Otherwise, like today,
You'd probably really benefit. I don't mean to cut you off, but there's those alarm clocks with the light slowly turns on.
Probably.
I think that'd be.
There's also one where it's like a wristband you wear and it shocks you.
Nah, see, that's obnoxious. That's not good for the body.
No.
No,
but the theory behind the slow like come on
it's like a sunrise.
It's like a sunrise. Yeah. So it goes back to that hunter gatherer brain of like sun's coming up, I come up. So and then also it's just like a lot more.
More gentle.
More gentle. Thank you.
I was like.
Then like a.
Yeah.
I think that's also part of the why you, myself included, you turn off the first one is because it's just like you're not awake, but you just hear something and you know subconsciously like if I hit it, it'll stop.
Yeah. Because like I remember waking up like 3 times to turn off the alarm, but I didn't have like any control of like. Let's go.
Yeah.
And like when you go back to, because I have one at 6 o'clock and one at 6:10.
Yeah.
And for me, that 6:10 one is like I don't really go back to sleep. I'm more like lay back for a second. I'm like kind of out in this weird like half state, and then it's like 6:10. It's like okay, time to actually get up.
Yeah. My first alarm goes off at 5, and then I hit the snooze twice. And then I'm up, like I'm out of bed by 5:20.
Okay.
But yeah, so like my morning is. Excuse me. I had just my vitamins. Didn't eat my normal snack. I just had the protein shake. So the vitamins are just kind of like sitting, just right here. It's not good.
I got some vitamins.
Did you?
Yeah.
So proud.
I'm gonna have vitamins for the next couple of weeks, just to see what happens.
I promise you'll feel a little better.
We'll see.
It's gonna be 5%. That's it.
I'm okay with that.
But that's all you need. That 5% right now
5%,
adds 5% to the entirety of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, wake up, get out of bed by 5:20. Use the restroom, brush my teeth. Morning yoga, stretch, light workout, shower. Get dressed, put my lunch together, shoes on, out. And as soon as I get out of bed, I throw a podcast or something to listen to on as well. Yeah. Do the daily affirmations too. I started that. I don't know if I told you that. No, yeah. I'm doing daily affirmations now. I think it's helping with the overall mood.
That's good.
It's nice. Encouraging. But yeah.
I've always seen it as been like. Sounds like pseudoscience.
It feels a little hacky, but
it's still saying something always. It's like saying something always makes you feel a little better.
Yeah,
you know?
It's. I'm just trying to find as many 2%, 5%, 1% adding to like the daily.
There's like a whole like thing on like 5% happier, just like turning it up like 5%. Yeah.
So going through that morning routine. What in that morning could be something that would bother somebody?
I think it's the podcast for me. Anytime you put on something like loud and like, for me, like I put on like my iPad and I'm, like it's very bright and like that's very for someone who's not a morning person, that's a very disruptive act.
Yeah.
That's a very like I'm, especially me, like I'm not like a person that needs like coffee or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just like okay, I'm awake, time to go. Some people are like, I need coffee. I need to like get in the mood, and I'm just like, no, it's go time.
It's wake time. It means do time.
It means go. Like open eyes means go. So yeah, I don't. But yeah, to anyone else that would be very disruptive.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
Just damn near everything.
Yeah, the working out would definitely like. Someone is not
like
into
it would be easy, but like fundamentally it would bother some. Like if I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment and I couldn't do it in a different room, like if I lived in your apartment, I 100% would bother somebody. I could easily just come into the studio, go into the living room.
Yeah, I don't get how people live in studios with other people.
Yeah,
because even by myself, I get a little like, there's too many people in here. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm listening to a podcast and doing something active from 5:30 to 6:30, effectively, right? Like that's if somebody's trying to be asleep that entire time, that's a rough one.
You're just walking around, roaming, and doing a bunch of stuff. It's like, did you like
wake up, go pee, come back, start working out, blah blah blah, yoga. Go get changed, take a shower, come back, turn on the lights, put my watch on, blah, blah, blah.
Now, the question is, and this is the, with that thing, I think the key is to put stuff elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can't, like, I know for me, I put everything, like, by my bedside.
Yeah.
Like, that's where my phone is. That's where, like, my keys and stuff are in a little thing near the door. But that's kind of where you, question is, in your afternoon, what's the thing that you do that's going to bother someone else?
I don't know.
Because I know for me, it's blasting aggressive albums. Like, if I'm just, like, listening to some, like, intense jazz guitar.
Yeah.
Or, like...
It's me coming home.
Some MF Doom.
Yeah.
At, like, 6 p.m.
It's like, me coming home at 8. That's the issue.
Yeah, everyone's already turned down for the day,
and I'm just now strolling in, and I'm not coming in hot,
right?
But just like,
how's everyone doing?
What's up, nerds? Like
that's how you greet your children. That is how you greet your children. That's weird.
100% how I'm gonna greet my children by the age of 7. Like I'll give them some leeway, show them some love. But then once they're they understand what sarcasm is. Kick in the door. Sup, nerd?
On their birthday.
Yeah. Flick them in the forehead.
When you wake them up.
Wakey, nerd.
I don't care, it's your birthday. You're an adult now.
Surprise. Time to go hunt.
Come with me to Home Depot.
But yeah, so like that, a normal person, I would like to say you're a fairly normal time frame person.
Yeah.
You're home by 7, you're making dinner and stuff like that. It's like I get home at 8 and then I make dinner.
Yeah.
It's like,
no,
what are you doing, dog? What?
I mean, like yesterday, I was like done with. I went home and I practiced, I worked out, and I cooked dinner, and I was done by like 7:30.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah. What about you, Chris?
About afternoon?
Yeah,
yeah, like what? Like
post day?
Like what in your afternoon would bother someone? Is it video games?
No. I mean, to be honest...
Chris ain't a video game guy, dog. Different kind of white.
Yeah. I mean, like these past 2 weeks, I don't get home until like 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, I just go home, clean up a little bit, and go to sleep.
Yeah, long days. I mean, that is something that's like, because I actually did date a girl that did get bothered by that.
That you were like coming home so late,
and then like, I would talk to her briefly, and then I would like because I lived with my boy Kevin for so long.
Yeah.
Like he was the roommate right next door. So like I would just go into his room and just kind of lay on his floor, and because he would, like, similar to you, he'd always just be playing like an album.
Yeah.
And it would just be like a nice little like decompress.
Right.
Just kind of I was so used to being like, so how was your day, man? Like I would do that relationship thing with him. Yeah. Again, I know that was not the best. But, like, I would also go and do it with her afterwards. But I was so used to, like
you can still do it at that time.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I formed that habit for, like, 6 months.
Okay.
Living with him. And then I started dating her. And, like, I would still go in there and just be like, I would go lay on his floor. Just be like, what's new in music? What new album came out? And he'd show me something. All right, man, cool. And it'd be, like, 15, 20 minutes. Then I'd go into my room and, like, do the same thing with her. Like, ask her how her day was, and that was, not kosher.
It's like, I'm done for the day. Like, I don't need you to... Because... Oh, I'm also the kind of guy... Like, when I was living with roommates, anytime would be like, tell me about your day. I'd be like, I need, like, an hour. I need, like, an hour away from people. Yeah. I need to, like, sit and, like, either, like, go poop or, like, just, like, do something to, like, not be engaged with people for, like, a while, because I can't do that.
I got that from, because that was when I was, like, teaching in San Antonio, living in San Marcos, so I would, like, I'd get that, like, that decompress hour of, like, being by myself, thinking about the day, then I would come home, and then I would do all that.
Yeah. So I get that other than with Mia. Like, if I come home and, like, she's there, like, I'm cool. But, like, if other people are like, how's your day? And, like, what's going on? I'm like, don't talk to me.
Right, yeah. Like, don't get in my face. Like, if Megan calls me or something like that, I'm like, cool, whatever. She wants to tell me about her day. Yeah. But, like, if anyone else is like, come on, tell me about your day. Let's sit. Like, I like that. We shut the show around like 7.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if we started any earlier, I'd be like, nah.
Nah, man. Just could not do it.
Yeah, it's good to take a moment just to step back, decompress, not be...
It's important.
So forward.
But what would your answer be to your question about moving in before marry?
100%.
Okay, yeah.
100%. Me too. That, like...
You too?
Yeah.
It's a space thing, man. Like, and this is legitimately something that we briefly talked about. Like, I'm concerned about when I finally do meet somebody and start dating someone. It's like, I'm now gonna live in a house by myself for a substantial amount of time.
You're getting used to it being your space.
Like
that amount of space.
It will probably be at least 5 years of me flying solo. Like, this is assuming, like, even if I find somebody, like, next year, the chance of them moving in
won't
be until again
2023.
Yeah, like I'll probably finish out the 5-year ring of being 100% solo.
Yeah,
and then it's like I'm 30, been solo for 5 years. Everything around me is mine.
Right. Yeah, that's a thing.
And that's gonna get, and that gets that stress that concerns me, because I know that it's like you can't think like that.
Right.
But I know that, like, there will always, not always, but for a decent amount of time at the front end, there's gonna be that, like, why are you here?
Yeah.
For, like, the split second, and I'm not saying it's gonna be like every single day I'm gonna come home and be like surprised by it, but just like, what are you doing here? Oh yeah,
there's another person here.
But just like,
oh yeah, you moved in a year ago.
Oh yeah, been here for a long time, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I love you. I forgot.
Who are you? Oh yeah, all right. Oh, yeah. How you doing? Want a beer? But just like that again, that space thing, like,
yeah,
like, I know coming in here is the studio. I know, like, again, like, just something simple about, like, the working out. I like working out at the foot of my bed, and if I live with somebody else, that has their own life. Of course, I'm gonna respect that.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be that like minor inconvenience to me
Can
having
you
to go
not
into
work
the
out
other
right
room.
here?
Yeah, exactly. Like
No.
it's like 5 a.m. Can you not do push-ups right now? I'm trying to.
This is why dudes get a man cave. Like,
Yeah,
I've always tried to understand the man cave, and now I'm like, that's why dudes get a man
Yeah,
cave. 'Cause it's like
and-
eventually you want that space kind of back.
And I get that, and I will 100% be okay with that. But I know that transition time going into the quote unquote my singular space is going to be a little rough because there hasn't been singular space for me. It's the entirety of my space is my space.
Right.
Hashtag MySpace.
Yeah, I'm not prepared for the moment where someone like moves a thing, like I'm like, no, my book goes there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why you moved it. That book goes there, or this, like, like the utensil drawer, like it goes like a certain way. Like,
Yeah.
don't mess with the way my because I'm very very anal about how like
No, for
things
sure.
are. And not even like in a like an organized way. I'm like, it's a very like, this is where
It's just like what it is.
like the ukulele is there. It's on the
Yeah.
it's on the bed. I don't care. It's on the bed.
Yeah.
that's where it's at.
So this was the meta conversation that I was trying to have with one of my kids earlier, because she's about to go to college and she's going to a different state and she's like stressed about meeting friends, and I was like kind of going through like what I would do, like how we initially started talking about just like meeting people, and then I was like I could talk a little bit about like the type of conversations I have if on just like a first date,
Yeah.
because I think regardless of if it's like an emotional date
Yeah.
or if it's like a friendship date, like
Yeah.
there's
You're meeting people. You're
meeting people.
You're
Like,
still having
the first date
individual
concept is the first date concept.
Yeah.
Right. And she was like, she was confused by the questions that I would ask. She said that they were really surface level, and I was like, they're not surface level. They're just like a specific.
What are they?
I was just like,
Because I'm intrigued.
so because and also like I was brain dead and we were eating, so all I could think about was food. But I was like, okay, how do you eat a sandwich?
Oh.
Like just like a third grade PB&J. Do you go straight from the center? Do you go right corner? Do you go left corner?
Okay. Those like basic like
Yeah.
human like how do you work as a human?
Yeah,
being?
human tendencies.
You wouldn't know if someone's gonna eat a Kit Kat like from just.
Yeah, like the
It's like, you're a psychopath.
I couldn't think of those ones. Like I was just like the next one was like, how do you if you got a chip sandwich and chips?
It's pronounced GIF or GIF. Yeah. I still use the argument whenever, because one of the kids were having an argument about that today. I just walk up to them like they were like arguing in a group. I was just like, "Is it pronounced giraffe?" And they all just like, "Oh." I'm like, "It's either way. It doesn't really matter. Language is language." And they just
It's
like,
actually pronounced yif.
it's pronounced yif.
And I'm not joking.
I don't care. It's the moving thing.
It's Swedish.
So like the next question was like,
Yeah.
do you go all sandwich, all chip, all sandwich,
Oh.
sandwich chip, sandwich chip?
Because then you meet the me's that are like, "No, it's you eat."
Yeah,
every
and
order."
I can't. I'm friends with you, but I can't eat with you. Like I can't pay attention when you eat because it angers me. Like
I did something this weekend. I was like eating like what was I eating? Was I eating like fried chicken or something? I was eating something and I just ate it like all like perfectly in order. Didn't even like think about going to the fry. I was like, nope.
That bothers me so
And I
because
was-
they're meant to be eaten together. It's a pairing.
Because usually I'll like, if I'm eating like Chick-fil-A or something, I'll be like, all right, sandwich. All right, fry. Sandwich.
Yeah, I could never. It's literally sandwich, fry, drink.
No.
Sandwich, fry, drink.
Because then you get.
Fry, drink.
I'm a fan of like satisfaction of like one flavor.
Nope. They complement each other. You're supposed to eat them together. You eat the salad before you eat the pasta. That's the way it works because salad and pasta do not mix. They just
They do if you believe hard enough.
They do if you're on drum corps.
Exactly.
Tell me salad and spaghetti does not mix.
They are a couple. You do not mix them together.
It's like garlic breadsticks.
I say, tell me you haven't put salad and spaghetti on one plate.
I have.
Yeah.
And I eat the salad first.
Get a little ranch on the
And then
on the spaghetti, and you're like, was that creamy? Did I get a crunch in my pasta?
You don't want all
Crisp.
of it. You don't want all of it. But
So you do eat one thing at a time.
I eat the salad, which is the appetizer, and then the pasta.
You eat courses
I eat the
separately.
spaghetti.
I
and then
eat
the
courses separate.
See,
Exactly.
I treat my meals always as courses,
But
I
they're
just
not.
have high class thoughts. Like,
Bitch, you eat Chick-fil-A 3 times a week. What are you talking about, high class thoughts?
I'm trying to think up here.
You think just because it's the Lord's chicken, it's a high class thing? No, shut up. Nobody uses my pleasure in any other circumstance.
No.
All right? Get out of
I
here.
actually hear a lot of people say my pleasure at like restaurants and stuff, but I'm like, oh, you worked at Chick-fil-A.
That's literally all it is. That's just like
It's a 1950s thing.
integration of like you grew up. You graduated from Chick-fil-A. You got a slightly better job, but you still use those mannerisms, which is okay. That's why I am OCD and clean the kitchen, because Donnie's, the Chicago Italian grill, taught me that if I don't, I'm going to get screamed at in Arabic.
If you got time to lean, you got time to clean.
You got time to sleep, you got time to sweep. Absolutely.
Learned that at Wahlburger. They were like, "What are you doing standing there?"
Learned that at Domino's, actually, those two ones.
Yeah.
Robbie Butler. He's fat.
I don't
now.
remember any of my managers' names. Didn't care. Like, I usually remember names. Didn't care about those jobs. Didn't care about those people at all.
Fair enough.
Oh, bad times.
But yeah, no. So like,
But yeah, you're saying
going back,
Yeah,
those
well,
types of questions are like important.
Yeah.
The one that I was thinking about last night is like, what side of the bed do you sleep on?
It's true. It's true.
That's important, because if you both sleep on the right side, who's pulling that short end of the stick? Because you sleep on one side of the bed because that's the way you sleep. So if you try to get put on the other side, you're not going to sleep as well.
How would you get rid of a body?
What?
Hold
on.
Different topic. Valid question.
Valid question. We're not there yet, Chris. We're talking about food and sleep. You got to work up to that.
Something just dawned on me.
Yeah.
This is very weird. So I sleep on the right side of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
But I put, like, my phone and stuff on the left side of the bed.
That's just inefficient.
Because wait. Oh, this is breaking my brain now. Because, like, I roll over this way. Like, I roll over to the right. So I'm, like, on the right side whenever I sleep. Usually.
On your no. That's on your right side. But looking at the bed, are you on the right hemisphere or the left hemisphere?
I think I sleep in the middle right now.
Or you're a garbage person.
Sideways. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
Maybe people that sleep in the middle
Yeah.
doesn't bother them. But I like aggressively sleep on the right side.
Oh,
like I am hugged to the right side.
Really?
Yeah. Queen size bed.
You'll still sleep on the
right side. Seldom do I like. I've woken up once where like I wasn't in a straight line and I was diagonal a little bit,
Yeah.
and the feet were on the left side, and I was like, that's weird. I don't like that.
Do you sleep like what's your sleeping position?
Fours.
Oh, you make the four, the sideways four. Okay. Yeah, I can't do the four. The four with the no.
Yeah.
I'm like this is like weird. Like I'm either like feet like crossed, and like.
So you're a sociopath. Well established.
I'm trying to like
Moving on.
I might make like a small four. Like I make like a.
Oh, are you on your back?
Sort of.
Okay.
Like I'm kind of like on my back like this. I make like a small four right here.
All right, that's fine.
On my legs. But
What about you?
hey, how do you sleep? What's your?
I think like you. So like, pillow, hand under like this.
Yeah.
So sort of like on your side, sort of on your stomach.
Yeah.
I don't like the hands thing. I don't like. I like my hands in the covers. I don't like that.
No, my hands are ready to go. Bro.
Well, if it's cold, then they're here. But
no matter what. There. My hands are always ready to go, bro.
What?
Block the face. You gotta block the face.
Yeah, no, I like.
Again, well established. I'm always in fear of getting got.
I am. When I'm in the sheets, no one's getting me. No one's getting me.
I'm in the sheets. I'm ready for the streets.
I'm always ready for the streets.
That sounds so much awful. More awful than it
Going
is
with
it. But yeah.
Yeah. So so what's something else that's weird? Like what side is your soap on? Left side, right side?
Left side?
Sides of your soap on.
So what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
in the
Like in the shower. Like is it like
No, not in the shower, on the sink.
Oh, in the sink.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right side. Even though I'm left-handed, right side.
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Left side.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm like, no.
I think I put it on the left side, but I don't really care.
You're left-handed.
I'm
right?
left-handed.
Okay, same here.
Yeah.
But that's weird. Oh, God. I was about to say, like, maybe it's like a left-handed thing, but no, you're left-handed. So, I don't know what that is. I think all of that, this is psychology 101, all of it stems from, your childhood.
Yeah.
Like, if your parents, did something, it's like whenever you wipe. Like, however you were taught to wipe is how you wipe.
Yeah.
So, those things get passed on.
Which blows my mind that
Right.
somebody taught their kid to wipe this way.
Do you wipe standing or sitting?
Standing.
Really?
Yeah.
You're one of those?
I don't stand straight up, but I don't want to demonstrate. I was gonna demonstrate, but yeah, I don't like.
I can't.
I don't like sit. You're still touching.
Yeah.
Butt cheek still touching the seat.
One cheek.
One. Yeah. No. Yeah. Pick up your cheeks.
Both cheeks.
Both cheeks up. Yeah.
What about you?
I stand.
That's weird.
Yeah. You check it.
Huh?
You check it.
Yeah.
Check it.
You have to.
Have to.
Have to. How much toilet paper do you use each time?
Oh, a lot.
Well, per usage.
I don't know.
4 every time.
4 squares.
4 squares.
Oh God, I'm maybe triple that. I don't want to get anything on me.
I don't. Never do.
But that's it. That's a thing.
Oh, you're one of
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw away.
Yeah.
I
think it's something
excessive.
I think it's something my dad taught me. It was just
Well,
enough on you.
I've lived in some really poor places that had really poor plumbing, and the 4 squares is a learned habit.
My style of pooping sucks. As far as we're here, so we're here.
Not my favorite.
Really serious topic, and then now we're on styles of pooping.
I would like to move on as soon as possible.
Styles? Is it me using the word style?
A little bit. I didn't like
my
that.
method of defecation.
Feel a little better about that.
Yeah, it's just it's very tedious as far as the amount of paper and stuff you use.
No, that I legitimately found out that this one of the first apartment I had, the toilet could not handle more than 10 squares in the toilet. So I just again it's a 100% learned habit, but it was I got 4 squares, 2 times flush, 2 times flush, 2 times flush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until you're good.
Until you're done. Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's 6 or 8 times, and then you fold it, wipe.
That too. Are you one and out?
Oh no, yeah, it's one and out.
Yeah.
Depending on the severity.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, if it's a severe
however,
one, then
if I'm in a public place and they got that thin ass paper one, I'm using the whole roll.
Yeah. Right. Oh yeah, absolutely. if you're giving me single ply, I'm using as much.
That single ply in the mall bathroom, the mall bathroom is
if you can't perforate it for me, I
don't know why people think they
gambling
save money getting that, because one person uses the whole thing.
Yeah. Garbage.
I'm sure it costs like 2 cents.
Yeah.
Like
Paper towels or hand towels?
like in my bathroom,
Kitchen.
paper towels.
Excuse me.
What are you talking about?
No. Paper towels or square towels. Or square.
Napkins?
Like napkins. Thank you. Sorry, I don't know why I couldn't.
Square towels. Napkins. Paper towels. Yeah, no. Who uses napkins?
I've met a couple people that use napkins.
Like as
They
like
just save like napkins from restaurants or what?
No, they buy napkins.
buy napkins?
Yeah, they buy napkins instead of paper towels.
what?
Yeah.
How do you pick up like a bigger mess? You just get, like,
They're the ones that use like the towels towels for that.
Okay.
Yeah. But for just like
It's definitely classier, but like you look like a psychopath. Like you don't have a
right.
paper towel rack. You need to be able to flip that thing up and
Yeah.
do the little turn. I kind of want to get like a puller downer.
Yeah.
one.
Those are cool.
Those are cool. Off the
I'm probably gonna get one at the house. If
Yeah.
you want to give me one for the house, I'm not gonna be mad at you.
Amazon Prime.
If anybody wants to give me a housewarming gift, that'd be super cool.
I've already got something in mind.
All 20 of you viewers, my mom, his mom.
My mom's been keeping up with like when's Marcus gonna get a house? Like she.
Shout out. Yeah. Nah, dude, the same thing. My dad hit me up. He was like, "Heard you go to Mexico. You know if you need shots." What's another ambiguous but really important one?
Something you like. What kind of this is? What okay? What kind of shows do you like? If someone's gonna sit down and make me watch a bunch of The Bachelor, I'm gonna be pissed. Like.
This is a different part of the conversation I was having with her. It's because she's like, I don't have that many friends.
Yeah.
And it's because she was like, people aren't on the same wavelength as me.
Okay.
And I was like, well, yeah. I was just like,
yeah, not everyone's on.
Not everyone's gonna be there. And I was like, and then I asked her, I was like, do you meet people where they are? And she was like, no. I was like, well,
be yourself.
There's your issue.
I've met like one person who is like really into the things that I'm like if I'm watching like Legion or something like that, something that's just like insanely crazy.
Yeah.
Most people that I come across, they're like, no, I'm not gonna watch that. Like,
yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, this is amazing, and everyone else is like, you're stressing me out. Everything about this is horrifying.
Exactly. And that's what I brought up. I was like, well, if I chose like one lane, I was like, if my only friends were the people that I could have,
like if your only friends were like into UFC and that's it,
I wouldn't have any friends. I have no friends that are like as on board with me.
You have to go to like Buffalo Wild Wings
exactly.
and like try to find
somebody. But I was like, if like the deep like heavy conversations, it's you and Connor. Like that's it. Like that's sad as hell. If I only got 2 friends, I was like, but that doesn't mean that the level of friendship I have with you and Connor isn't the same as like Roseman, who we just talk about diet, working out, and talking shit.
Right.
Like that's like we do. We have some deeper conversation, but that's like the basis of our relationship isn't rooted in that.
Right.
It's rooted in having a good time, the white boy fun.
Yeah, you have different friendships. And some people like to, equivalate, like, not equivalate. Equivalate, that's not a word.
That's not a word.
I'm trying to say a word there. A lot of people
equate.
I was mixing equivalent and equate. Some people try to equate like all friendships, like it's all exactly the same.
Yeah.
No, there's friendships that work on different levels. And it should be that way. If not, that means you don't have a personality.
Yeah.
When all your friends are exactly the same as you, I'm like, that's when I look at like your chads. I look at like a pack of chads, or a pack of like anyone really. That's just like a bunch of the same people.
Yeah.
I'm like, none of y'all really have a personality. Like you might have some like little quirks in your like, but if you can't roll with
like the
different
hood
people,
rats, like your personality is being a hood rat. And
right.
That's not a personality trait, and what are you going to do with that?
That's why when people talk about like Like, this thing can't be your personality trait. Like, yeah, like, who you hang out with cannot be your personality.
Yeah.
And that's something, that's a big thing you have to learn in college, I think.
Yeah, and
you learn in your 20s.
I think ultimately that's what it is. And I feel gross when it just comes down to that. I'm just like, you're just a child. Shut up. Like, you'll figure it out. But like, you can't say that and not sound condescending.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I do not know what's going on. Just got some mad indigestion. That's a gross word.
Yes.
Of just saying like where you are with age. Like just saying that you have indigestion.
Oh. Okay.
I never had indigestion when I was 20.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Yay, Pepto-Bismol. I don't know why I saw that memorized.
Hey, you said you were sick this past weekend.
Well done marketing.
You said you were sick this past weekend?
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah.
I was too.
Oh, you really?
Yeah. Mine was, like, I woke up Sunday, my throat, like, I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, it hurt. I was congested really bad.
I didn't have any throat problems. I had, like, a cold. I woke up, like, it was, like, Thursday. When was the concert? When was the jazz concert? Friday. Yeah, I woke up on Friday, and it felt like a normal cold. And then all weekend I was just like stuffed up and sneezing and snotting and whatnot. Yeah,
I was like congested. And then Sunday when I woke up, that was when my throat hurt. And then Sunday night it got really bad. Like I was running a fever. And then I took allergy, ibuprofen, and vitamin C. Woke up the next day, it was pretty much gone.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, I didn't really. I just took like NyQuil.
Dude, I just chug a bottle of Dayquil. I'm good to go. If I'm feeling a little out of it. That's why I always get the 2-packs.
Yeah.
Got it right there, man. I started feeling a little weird. I took like 2 quick shots.
I had one. I was like, and now my freaking tooth is like, I have my back molar is acting as a wisdom tooth. So like your wisdom tooth is just like gum tooth, and it won't like happen. So they have to take it out. But now my tooth is so big, it's like. Still gonna be like, all right, cool. We're still doing the whole painful thing, so it's rough. I'm okay, but yeah, your whole like personality, you figure it out when you're in your 20s.
Yeah,
and I mean,
Chris doesn't have a personality. No disrespect.
No.
But you haven't had enough life.
No one does
to have a personality.
Yeah,
I didn't have
friends to have a personality.
Yeah,
right.
Like I didn't have a personality going into Texas State. What was my personality? A brown kid from San Antonio.
My personality was a philosophist who hates everybody.
Yeah, like, I thought I again talked about it before. I thought I was better. Like I was more thoughtful and what's the pretentious word I'm looking for?
Like well thought, like or
so meaningful. Like everything that I said had substance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I was full of shit.
Yeah, the things. I mean, gosh.
Yeah. Then I got to Texas State and didn't make it in on my second try of into the school of music. And I was like, oh, surprise! I ain't shit. All right.
My greatest moment of just pure stupidity, like when I look back on it and I go like, oh god, I said the wrong. So I was at the YMCA for a summer camp thing. I did that for like 3 summers.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
It was weird.
I went to church camp once.
It was like all summer though. They like
I did
kept you in a YMCA. It was, oh my god.
Sounds kind of rough.
It was. But at one point the morale had like gone to like an all-time low.
Great band.
All-time low. I don't know any of their songs.
Neither do I just know it's good.
But they so we had like a little powwow thing. It was the teenage years. YMCA, the teenage years. Come and do this the weekend on NBC. Okay. But so we were having this like powwow talk thing, and I was like, you're gonna hate me. But I was like, I'm tired of all of the like inane dribble that is coming out of everyone's mouth.
Jesus.
And
yeah, I want to punch you in the throat right now.
But here's the thing. I said dribble. It's drivel.
Oh.
I thought the word was dribble. And the counselor asked me, do you mean like a basketball? And I said, No, just like the stupidity. And I like, in the moment, I was like sure of myself. I was
Nailed it.
Nailed it. I used the word drivel in a or in my case, I used the word dribble in a
Killed it. Stunted on these hoes.
I was like,
Showed them
yeah.
what's up.
And but like looking back on it now, I'm like,
Yeah.
that was
Just a
rough.
garbage person.
That was rough.
Everybody's a garbage person.
You have
New theory.
You have two very different thoughts. Everyone's trying their best. Everyone's garbage.
You're garbage until you're 18, and then from there you're trying to fix it.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that is about right.
Yeah.
I did it again.
You fix it until you're 36, and then when you're 36, you're like.
You hope that you figured out enough, and
then when you turn 52, you realize you didn't get to figure out any of it.
at 36 you're like, all right, I gotta make sure it doesn't happen to my kid. And then you get to 52 and you're like, shit, I didn't fix
It happened
anything.
to my kid. I said it.
I still suck, and now they suck.
And then you're 70, and you're just like, everyone sucks.
Everybody still sucks, but
That's the 18-year theory.
we just acknowledge it.
Yeah,
It's cool.
I have a 12-year theory.
12-year theory.
Yeah, when you're 12, you like figure out what you're gonna be about. When you're 24, you kind of like understand that it's not all about that thing you thought you were gonna be about. And hopefully, when you're 36, you kind of
Be about it.
be about more than what you thought you were gonna be about. Yeah. Science. Oh man.
Yeah, that's a new theory. I'm sticking with that theory. I'm gonna try to not profound on that. Jesus, I cannot come up with words today.
Elaborate?
Expound.
Expound. That's what I was looking for. Expound upon that idea of
Yeah.
you're just garbage until you're 18, and then you're trying to fix what you sucked at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to tell a 17, 18 year old.
Yeah.
Because especially like when you're like a senior in high school, you think you're a god.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember being back then. I was just I was depressed. But I was a smart depressed. So I was like, everyone else is stupid, and like I'm the best saxophone player here, and like, what is this? Everyone's dumb, and then I go to college. And I'm like,
Surprise.
no, you're
Garbage.
you are less.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, I've never had that.
never had the feeling of
Like being a senior and everything. I always felt under everybody, even being drum major and like team captain
Really?
and all that. Yeah.
that's when I still felt, especially because I wasn't like we didn't have like head drum major, but there was a head drum major. It's just because I wasn't like the head. I was just like, I still felt a little bit under, but it was definitely a moment of like, especially when like girls were like trying to like get at me. I was like, because girls weren't about me before, and then all of a sudden it was like I had like muscles in my shirt, and they were like, "What's up, kid?"
Baby.
So I was like,
How you doing?
I felt like a god, but I was a sad god, so it was different.
Sad God.
Sad god.
That'd be an awesome song name.
That's
Or
Sad god. Yeah.
Sad God.
a rap name.
It feels like either like an awesome rap song or like the most awful sad like folk song.
Yeah.
Of just about a man who's like he's like 80 years old and he spent his entire life thinking he's a god. Turns out he's not. He's gonna go meet his maker. I'm gonna go write something. I'll be back.
No, I wasn't high strung on myself. At least I don't remember being like super high strung on myself. But I remember thinking like everything I did was way too important.
Oh yeah.
Like the overlasting effects. Everlasting effect of my actions.
You often do think that those things are such a big deal.
Yeah.
I think everyone thinks that in like whatever state you're currently living in feels like the biggest thing ever. It's not.
I've started like pulling back on that. You're right. But like especially like these music rehearsals, it's like It's gonna be what it's gonna be, man.
Like, it's not the end all be all.
Yeah.
Like, everything isn't like.
I did my best for the time that I was in.
Right.
But the thing that is hard is separating as you're going through what you thought was the best.
Yeah.
That you realize that that's not the best.
Right.
And this is where I've gone wrong before, is you try to convert midway through.
Oh, no, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, my big thing, and this is like a big part of like regret stuff, is you spend so much of your like early life like trying to do things like super well, and you're like, gotta push forward, push for it. And then when those things don't happen, the tendency is to go like, that was me. Like that is me. That is you, like, in your current state. It's like,
Sorry, say it again.
So like you mess up and stuff. Really, what I'm saying is, when you get to, it's that idea of like the alternate universe thing, where it's like there's all kinds of like alternate universes. Yeah. Like when all like in all actual reality, as far as like your perception goes, there's only like right now.
Yeah.
Like you can think so far back and be like, oh, this thing could have been better, this thing could have been better. It is what it is. Like, you can't fix it. Like, you can't fix the past.
Yeah.
So like, there's no sense in like being like, oh, like this, like yes, there is sense in like, you know, if you're gonna do something again, like, you know, maybe do this thing, but you can't do that performance or that, you know, you can't do that again.
Yeah.
So there's no sense in trying to look back.
It's just like, for me, it's it's hard to accept what is when you realize
it could be more.
That it could be more.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when you're like, you know, midway through a season or something like that, and you're just like, this could, if we just worked on this thing, this could be so much better. Yeah. But, you know, you're here now, so do with it what you can, and then you'll fall.
And that's the thing that I'm starting to learn is the like, it's okay that this isn't the ultimate of what it could be.
Right.
Because this is probably the ultimate of what you thought it was going to be.
Right.
It's weird. I've just been thinking a lot because I got this concert coming up.
But see, the thing is, like, you know, talking about the whole like 18-year-old like thing, I think you don't think about that stuff before you're 18.
Yeah. No, absolutely not. I don't know, Chris, do you think about the things that we talk about on here?
Huh? Supposed to think?
No, like the conversations that we have when we like do these deep dives, like, have you thought about those things before?
I mean, yeah, most of the time.
Really? Okay. Because I don't remember, like, when because I don't.
Yeah, well, I didn't like, I was just more absorbing information. I wasn't even like trying to like put out waves of thought.
I mean, because like, especially like thinking about the past stuff, like thinking back, I'm like, oh, I could have practiced my saxophone a whole lot more, and
that
could have been a lot better. I could have pushed myself a lot harder at swim practice and been way better, but like, I didn't.
Right.
So
that's a thought I go through like all the time. Especially anytime I see like some kind of like prodigy or like anything, I'm like, man, if I just I always talk about how like I got the Etude book that we used in college, the Fairling book. I got that book when I was in 9th grade. Like, I could have practiced that for 4 years and been like amazing, but I didn't. So like, there's no sense in being like, like. I am where I am now. I can fix that, but there's no.
Yeah, it's this accepting that you can change the trajectory now.
Yeah.
But that trajectory isn't going to be the same trajectory had you changed it then.
Right. Yeah.
It's a hard thing to just like.
Yeah, you won't be able to fix all of your problems like tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's the thing we think a lot, especially if we find like some golden solution. We're just like, I did it. I fixed all my my issues, and nah, this is going to be a lifetime. Like you said, 18 to 36 is when you kind of like fix all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, meditation. It's such an ambiguous thing, man. And it's explained so ambiguously.
Yes.
Because the explanation that you just gave, I know we just cut out.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll get a new board. Maybe.
Who's it not?
No. So that way we don't cut in and out on the mics as much. Every day we have to set his mic up because his mic doesn't work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, don't look at me dumb like it's the same thing every time.
Why are you bringing it up?
I don't know.
That's why I don't know.
Meditation and talking about the board. I was like, you may
meditation. Yeah. So like what was the explanation that you know of meditation?
It told me to like pretty much just sit there, relax, and just focus on like breathing in and out. And if your mind wanders, like tell yourself to just go back to breathing in and out, which worked pretty good. I would like do it, and like I would start thinking about stuff, and I'd be like, no. But then I would start thinking about breathing, and like for some reason it would just like start going off.
Yep.
And then
yeah.
And then like a minute later, I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you kind of put yourself in like a dream state where you start to like, you're thinking about breathing and then it spins off into something. And before you know it, you're on like, I'm talking about being on a desert island. Like you're just you're like, how did I even get here? Like you don't even know. That's the hard part about meditation, especially at that level. You can have like the surface thoughts and then eventually it gets to the point of like, how do you control that? Like, no more stream of consciousness. It's all right.
Because that's the point of getting into it, right? It's just like sitting there, like nothing.
Like, fully on.
So when they say focus on your breathing, the thing that you should start doing is thinking about the cadence of it. So like breathing in for 4, out for 4, in 4, out 4, something like that. In for 2, out for 8, something like that. And yeah, you literally have to focus on like in 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4, in, and you just got to do that until you get that cyclical nature of like setting the cadence in your body to do that. Then you start thinking about what your mind is doing. And the analogy I give people is that your mind is a city and thoughts are the buildings. The goal is to exit the city and get into the country. Because as you're driving through the city, you're just like, look at that building. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, what's that over there? That dude taking a shit on the lawn? What's going on? Like you just got to be like, figure out a way to get out of the city sooner, right? And by doing that, what you're doing, the thing that gets you there sooner is getting that cadence of consistent breath in, breath out. And then once you get out of the city, you have to acknowledge that there's going to be buildings on the side of the road. And you can see them, and you're like, that's a nice house. But then you got to get back to driving.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the hard part, is that a lot of times your mind wants to be like, that looks like a really cool, is that the Manson house? That's the Manson house. Oh my God.
Let's talk about those Manson murders.
Exactly. Like,
it's
Manson murders. It was fake. It was created by the CIA. CIA used to drug Johns, and then they would figure out what LSD is. They just gave Charles Manson LSD, and then he would have parties, and then Charles Manson would, like, if you're someone like me that knows shit like that, there goes 5 minutes of your meditation. So it's just got to be like, that's the Manson house. Cool.
Eventually the goal is to get to like full on like you're just
because mine was like meditating. Then I started thinking like, oh, what if I taught other people like how to do this?
Yeah,
and it was like just went off into like that.
Yeah, exactly. And you're gonna have thoughts like that. You just you've got to like catch them sooner.
Yeah.
Right. You gotta get like, your consciousness is just like a floating spirit, and it's just like, what do I want to do? I don't want to be here. I don't want to hang out and chill with my thoughts, but not chill with my thoughts. Just be like surrounded by my thoughts and be like, I'm fine. Yeah. That's a weird concept.
It's a hard. I think it's a hard concept for us to, because you spend so much of your life like with thoughts and with thinking about like your thoughts, and then eventually you get to the point where it's like, okay, Now I want you to think about nothing. It's like, but I want to.
Yeah.
And it's difficult. It's a challenge. I don't know how to. People that can do that and just live in that, man, that must feel amazing.
It's just a muscle, man.
Yeah.
It's like everything else. You just gotta work it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all.
Meditation.
Super dope, super healthy. Good for you. Do it. Take your vitamins.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them.
I can meditate really well in a sauna.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
That means, your body is as relaxed as it could possibly be.
Because I'm focusing on not dying.
Right.
Because my body's like, why is it so hot?
Body's just like, I need you to breathe.
and exactly, because it's so hot.
Yeah.
You just focus on your breathing. Just focus. Oh my God, don't die. All right, nice and relaxed breath. All right, and then 20 minutes goes by.
Yeah, that's why people do all the Bikram yoga and stuff.
Bikram yoga?
Yeah.
Is there I need a hot yoga studio in Temple.
Is there a yoga studio in Temple?
I don't think so.
I don't think.
Oh, I went to the mall the other day. There's an MMA
there
boxing
is.
thing in there.
Yeah,
I
which is
did not know.
the worst place for a gym.
Yeah.
Because
in the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you enter it through the mall.
yeah,
It's not like Planet Fitness where it's like it's a separate building
It's
attached to
it's
the
like
mall.
in the mall.
No,
in
it's
the
in
mall.
the mall.
That's weird.
and the mall has garbage hours.
Yeah.
Like any mall has garbage hours.
Yeah.
So why would you that's such a terrible
Because
business
we got there
plan.
at 7 because Mia wanted to get some earrings from under my skin, and so we were walking around and we saw them and they were just in there like
just
boxing
rolling,
and stuff.
yeah.
I was like, okay,
Weird place to
Weird
put
place.
a.
but the mall closed at 7.
Yeah.
But they were still open, so it was just weird.
It's strange.
Yeah.
They maybe have a back door. I don't know. But I saw that the other day. I was
Because
gonna
we
buy
walked
a pair
in
of
at
shoes.
7, but like, because like there was the restaurants and everything in there, so you can still
Yeah.
like walk around the mall, but nothing's open.
Yeah, I don't get why malls do that. They like stay open like after they're closed. I don't get it.
It's mainly for like the restaurants
Yeah,
and
I think
stuff
for
like
the
that.
restaurants. Because the restaurants do have later hours. You boys keep talking. I gotta use the restroom.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Because like there's Casa and Cotton Patch. And it used to be Fuddruckers, but
Wait, there used to be a Fuddruckers?
yeah, yeah,
Man,
it used to be a Fuddruckers on the
What?
movie theater side.
why did they replace? Oh,
They didn't replace it with Casa there. They just took it out. So like on the movie theater entrance,
yeah.
there's like there's nothing in there when you walk on the left.
Right.
That's where Fuddruckers used to be.
Oh man.
Yeah, it used to be really good too.
Why would you get rid of the Fud? Because it probably wasn't bringing in enough business.
No, everybody loved it.
Oh really?
Yeah, everybody went there. I don't know why they took it away. But also, like, the mall is also dying now, so.
Yeah, it's kind of sad every time I used to go in there a lot. Just when I was like bored on a Saturday, I'd be like, I'm just gonna go walk around the mall.
Yeah. See what you
And-
can find. Just
just like see what you can find. And, like I'd go in Dillard's or find like a cool this is a good work shirt, or like I'd go see a movie or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was always just sad in there. Every time I went in there, it was just like I would see the kids on the those little like I was like, oh, this is what depression looks like.
Yeah.
Like just kids just trying to roll. Those things are those for people that are like listening or watching. It's these big like not carts.
It's like a little car.
Yeah.
With, like, handles. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like
It's like a.
but they were like
looks like an
furry
animal.
and like animals or whatever, and they
Yeah.
were. But those things are so sad to look at. They're just old and dirty and.
Because when we went at 7 and, like, everything was closed, that's really depressing. Because, like, there's nobody in there. And then, like, all the gates are just closed.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's pretty much abandoned. As you're just walking around, just.
What makes me really
nothing
sad
to
in that
do.
mall is the coffee shop. The coffee shop always kind of always kind of bums me out a little bit.
I'm upset they freaking took the pretzel ends. Or
They took away Auntie Anne's?
Auntie Anne's?
Auntie Anne's, yeah.
What?
There's like a new pretzel place in its place, but it's not as good.
it's one of those like pop up things. They were like pretzels are us like. No.
You can't mess with the OG, man.
Can't.
Auntie Anne's. A1 steak sauce.
Yeah, I think those big chains. I mean, that's why I said like Fuddruckers. Like they probably left because it wasn't bringing in Auntie Anne's probably left because it wasn't bringing in a ton of money.
Yeah.
And those big chains, they're not bringing in
They'll cut it quick,
bringing in
bro.
the bucks, but they don't.
Well, isn't
They're not gonna be.
Fuddruckers like done now.
It's also on its way out. Yeah.
I thought Fuddruckers like went bankrupt and
Nobody wants to
all their stuff is
customize their
closing.
burgers.
Well, nobody wants to pay $13 for a burger. That's okay.
Yeah, it was very expensive, but you could put chili and cheese on it. So
you can do that at other places too.
That's fair. You ever been to a Wiener Schnitzel?
no, I might have went like once. We got one or two in Garland.
I'm a garbage person.
Wiener Schnitzel. What I want to try.
It's just a chili cheese place. It's everything. Chili cheese fries, chili cheese burger, chili cheese dog.
When was the last time you went to Arby's?
A lot sooner than I'd like to admit.
Okay. I can't remember. It had to be before college.
It literally always disappoints me, but it's because it's right down the block here.
Yeah.
And it's like if I forgot to buy like an extra day of food.
Yeah.
And it's like a night, like I'm coming home at 8. I'm like, I don't have anything to eat. God damn it.
See, at that point, I just like stop by the gas station and get like a ho-ho or something. Just
Yeah,
something
see,
just
no,
to put in my
I
mouth.
still need at least some
Yeah.
level of sustenance. And I'll just go down the block and it's like, I got the pizza joint, La Roma, then I got Little Caesar. I'm like, I'm not trying to take, no. It's like Arby's, Burger King, Panda Express, Taco Bell, Freddy's. I'm like,
You're picking Arby's out of all of those.
Wait, yeah, I'm about to say you got like Panda Express right there. You just go get some.
Panda Express
Go get some chicken
closes
and
at
rice.
9.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
that's
no,
early.
Panda Express is horrible hours.
That's
Yes.
early.
So then that's what screws me up. It'll be like that late night. I'll come home at like 8:45.
No.
Didn't pull a steak out the freezer, and I'm like, shh.
No,
I'm not gonna make it to. If I do make it to Panda, they're gonna have like a serving of beef and broccoli.
Right.
Like, no,
Nah,
It sucks because like I'm not saying Panda is like healthy, but it's definitely like a healthier.
it's a better option.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
Than,
go
like,
get
other fast
You can go
foods.
get like grilled teriyaki chicken and brown rice and be like, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, exactly. And then Burger King. I never really know if it's open. The one
Who
at
also
the corner.
wants Burger King?
Also, exactly.
I know.
Let's
Burger
give me
King
the
isn't that
benefit
bad,
of the
though.
doubt.
Have you
It's
had
not,
Burger King
not that
recently?
bad. It's not good though.
After my experience with Burger King breakfast, I won't go back.
That's fair. And then Freddy's just it's
Freddy's is heavy.
heavy and is expensive.
I don't really like Freddy's. I don't understand the hype behind it.
Steak burgers, I don't get steak burgers. The chewiness of them, I'm like, it's all set.
I don't like how thin they are.
It's all separate and apart. I'm like, what is the point of this? Like, it's a
Like,
meat patty.
I like big, messy, juicy hamburgers.
Yeah,
It's fair. You've never had one of my burgers, have you?
No.
you do make thinner burgers. You make thinner. No,
make
you
half
do-
pound.
Oh yeah, you do make thicker burgers.
Yeah, make a half-pound burger. How dare you?
I also don't like
Excuse
Freddy's
I haven't
fries.
had one of your burgers in a while. Calm down.
Because they ruined my grill. Bitches, I need to buy a new grill.
Well, I have to be in like the mood to have Freddy's fries.
I could only eat Freddy's fries with a Freddy burger.
I don't like those thin.
The shoelace fries.
Like I'd
They don't taste like fries. They taste like chips.
Yeah.
I'd rather some of that residual cold. I'd rather get In-N-Out before I get Freddy's fries.
Bold statement. I'm gonna disagree with you hard there.
Like hot In-N-Out fries, like right out the gate. Like
Yeah, that literally never happens though.
what?
I've never had hot In-N-Out fries.
You haven't eaten them in your car.
I have. I'm a garbage person. How dare you?
I'm about to say as Tom Segura says, that's the most humbling question in all of fast food.
Will you be eating this in your car?
Yes.
Here you go, you fat. What does he say?
Fat turd.
I think he just says like, "Here you go, fatso," which is such a middle school thing to say, and I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, In-N-Out. The only reason why you go to In-N-Out.
I've been craving In-N-Out so badly.
How dare you?
Where's the closest one? Is it like
Killeen.
the Killeen?
Yeah.
I'd rather go to the Waco one.
Same with the next closest, like Panda Express.
Really?
Yeah. And well, it's in Harker Heights, but still same
Still, yeah.
area.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy because like with how popular it is too. Like I know a lot of people that like
more.
Panda
At
Express.
least one in Belton.
Yeah.
Surprised I don't have one.
Yeah, Panda's I like Panda. I'm not like. I'm the same way with like Mexican food. I'm not like, oh, I gotta have Panda. Like I'm I'm never like. Not.
How dare you equate Panda Express to Mexican food?
Again, I know living in
punch
Texas,
you in the knee.
Having a lot of Hispanic friends is like very like, but like if someone's like, ooh, let's go get tacos, I'm like, like I'd rather have something else. We've had this argument before.
I know, and I had forgotten about it, and now you made me angry again.
That's my whole like MO.
Your life is about just making me subtly angry,
making people mad. Yeah, no, I can't. Like, someone like, ooh, let's go get like. Don't get me wrong, they're good. I'm not saying they're bad. Like I had burrito today.
It's just you don't like crave it.
Yeah, I'm never like, ooh, let's.
Burrito isn't Mexican food.
I know.
Again,
yeah, but burrito, yeah, it's not. But like, yeah, I'm never like, let's go get tacos. Like, because of the size of tacos, I don't like eating like multiple things. Mm. I'd rather just eat one thing. You know what I mean?
So do y'all go to Taco Bell?
Like, you gotta eat like 4 tacos.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I don't like doing that.
How is that different from picking up a burger? Oh, we'll get to that question.
Because you eat one burger.
Yeah, but the amount of times you grab and put food to face is the exact same.
Or chicken tenders. That's a good.
Or chicken tenders.
Chicken tenders is the exception to the rule. It's the exception that proves the rule. Because like I can do that, but like it's like eating sliders. Like who's gonna just like, ooh, let's get a bunch of sliders in my mouth? Like no, like just eat a burger.
I would stab you to have a White Castle be built in Temple.
I would be mad at that. Don't stab me for a White Castle. Don't stab me for a White Castle. No.
Yeah, no, I'm sticking with that. Yeah, I would stab you to have a White Castle.
I've had White Castle.
I'd punch you really hard for a Crystals.
Maybe like three times I've had White Castle. Never been like...
Every time I go to Ohio for indoor, I have to get White Castle, and it's the happiest day of the trip.
Nah, I've never been about it. It's always just the... Like, it's like going to like Waffle House. Everyone's like, oh, you gotta go to Waffle House. Why do you want this trash experience?
Because it's a trash experience.
I saw a TikTok about that, about Waffle House. I was like, is that food good? No.
No.
Is service good? No. Is it clean? No.
Are you gonna get your food on time? No.
So why do you go? You just gotta go.
It's awesome.
It's just part of the experience.
Because you can get a giant waffle, 3 eggs, hash browns, 2 pieces of ham, 3 slices of bacon, 4 slices of toast for $7. That's why.
I don't need... Just...
Yes, you do.
No, I'd rather go to...
Come on, fat boy. I know who you are.
No, I don't want all that. I don't like... Again, I don't like multiple things. I don't like multiple things. Having multiple things is gross. Having one big thing is, like, good.
It's one big plate of breakfast food.
No.
Nah, I'd rather have a bunch of different flavors for breakfast.
Because you like, again, it's the whole mixing your food thing. I don't like to mix my food.
No, I do not mix my food. I take food in, not segregated.
Right, and that's tedious for me. Because I have to go around the plate. I have to go eat this, and then eat this, and then eat this.
That's just because you're dumb. Just
no.
Cut a slice of egg.
I'm built
put it on. Put it on a piece of ham. Eat that and get a fork full of hash brown.
God. Don't
take a bite of bacon.
If you're a person that gets ham for breakfast, I hate you. Don't get ham for breakfast. God, I hate ham for breakfast. Oh,
we can fight about this.
Oh, Markus.
I ate the shit out of some ham for breakfast.
No.
You probably never had steak and eggs, huh? Have you?
No.
Person. I've learned to expect very little from you, Chris. I mean that respectfully. But
I was gonna say I want to, but you know.
I never like I said, I didn't have steak until I moved here.
Yeah. I always forget that I was with you for the first party, your first steak.
That wasn't a big part of my
It's a big deal for me.
Childhood.
I didn't think I was gonna have somebody eat their first steak until I had a kid. Then I met Simmons.
Oh, yeah, I didn't. My dad didn't get steak, so I didn't get steak. Yeah.
What do you have against ham? We're gonna get back to Taco Bell.
Chewy. It's not like
everything is chewy.
No, okay.
Except for shaved ice.
Ham is more chewy than like other breakfast meats. As far as like bacon, crispy. Sausage is like plump and like poppy. Ham is like ham is like you're talking like turkey versus ham sandwich. Like ham is on that spectrum. Like is on the turkey spectrum as far as like that goes.
I get what you're saying.
But
I know what you're saying.
It's the more effort of the it's not as satisfying of the three breakfast meats. It's the least satisfying and the least mixable because you can't like.
You have a right to your opinion. Just know that you're wrong and I hate you.
No.
What'd you ask about Taco Bell?
I said, would you ever eat, or like, do you eat there?
I have, and I never feel good about it.
Yeah.
I eat there about once every 6 months, thinking like, nah, it'll be fine. It's never fine.
Yeah, last time I had Taco Bell was before rehearsal. I was like, oh, just go run over here, get a couple quesadillas, and then just go to rehearsal. I was sitting there the whole time and then just like,
you heard of the meat sweats, but you got the Taco Bell sweats.
Yeah. I normally get it's called the chalupa.
Yeah.
No, that's not the.
Yeah.
No.
The chimichanga?
No, it's like the hexagon thing.
Oh,
what's it?
what's that called?
I was going to say beefy 5-layer burrito.
Yeah, no, I was going to say the same thing.
Crunchwrap?
Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I always get that, and on the picture it shows it like being like 2/3 meat. Every
Never
time I get it,
meat.
it's like a
little bloop bloop.
I think having a friend that works at Taco Bell like teaches you a lot about Taco Bell. And it's like my friend Nathan, when I was in high school, he infamously worked at Taco Bell, told everybody about like the creamy jalapeno and like the customizations you can do it and all that stuff. I was just like, okay, I understand what goes on here now. They're trained to make things as fast as possible, with as little effort as possible. Like it's not meant for.
My whole thing about eating at fast food restaurants is somebody works there and then they stop eating there. I'm not eating there.
Yeah, because
it's a good call. It's a good call.
I can imagine like you go like Dunkin' Donuts and you're like, oh, I love Dunkin' Donuts. I'll go work there. And then you have to take out the egg patty, just like the frozen egg patty, and just throw it in the microwave, and just this is what it is. Sad day.
Sad day.
Sad day. I want to crack the egg, which McDonald's says they crack their eggs.
I heard about that. I was like, there ain't no way you ain't getting
no
egg that perfect from cracking it.
Even if you have molds, there's no way that you're churning them out that quick.
Yeah, no. At Whataburger we cracked eggs, but
yeah, but it's Whataburger. It's slow.
Yeah,
it's expected.
Yeah. McDonald's is like when they pull out an egg McMuffin after like 3 seconds. They're like, you didn't crack that.
Yeah.
No way.
Unless you're like constantly cracking eggs and just having egg McMuffins ready to go.
Just one dude, just working eggs.
Just eggs.
Are you going McMuffin or McGriddle?
McGriddle.
Griddle.
Okay, good.
Again, McMuffin, ham, chewy. Like, it's a lot of work to eat that sandwich.
Shut up.
That's why
it's the same thing as the griddle. It's just a biscuit, not a pancake.
Literally the same thing. You can get any meat in there. It's just a biscuit instead of a pancake.
If you're getting an egg McMuffin, you get the egg. You get the ham. You don't get you get the Canadian bacon. You don't get the
sausage.
I'm just thinking about Canadian bacon. Like, why are Canadians like cheap? I was like, why is it called Canadian bacon?
Never, I've also wondered about that. Never figured out.
It's like, I guess they don't eat the bacon, so they just call ham Canadian bacon.
I don't know.
Weird. So I started watching a show. If we want to get into it,
everybody's favorite last segment of the show.
What are we watching? So one of my favorite shows on Netflix, like ever. The show's amazing. It's called Master of None, and Aziz Ansari. Like it's more like a real world it's a kind of a comedy, but it's also kind of a real world look into his life. But they released a new season like yesterday.
Yeah.
And dude,
it's good.
I watched like 2 episodes and I was like, Yo, it felt like, I mean, literally, like, there was, like, up, like, the first 10 minutes of up levels of, like...
Damn.
I was like, why am I crying right now? Like, I've watched this show for 47 minutes, and I'm already sad.
Got me crying in the club.
Right, I'm crying in the club right now. Like, this is, like, yeah, that show, like... Yeah, I just wish more TV could be like that. Just, like, for real, like... serious. This is like not real life in like the NCIS kind of way, but real life in like watching a couple argue like in front of another couple. Like they invite like it's not based. This season isn't based on Aziz's character. It's one of his friends, but they invite Aziz and his girlfriend like into their house to like have dinner, and they like Aziz and his girlfriend start arguing, and it's like it gets a little bit too real. It's like. This is uncomfortable. I don't like how, like, I love that stuff, though.
Yeah.
I love watching that stuff. It makes you just, like, some people would say it's boring, but I'm like, no.
No, I'm into it. I'm definitely into it.
Deep drama, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What you been watching?
Started Invincible.
Oh, yeah.
God damn that. that first episode, bro.
That's what I was telling him, like, because I knew that last scene was going to happen,
Yeah.
but I didn't know, like, how it was going to build up. It just happened.
Because it happens very suddenly.
Like, there's no build up. It just...
Yeah. Post credits, we're just going to, like, nah, everyone's just going to die. Like,
yeah.
Spoiler alert. Jesus Christ, son. What's the matter with you?
The show's been out for, like, 3 weeks now. Like,
yeah,
no,
still, man.
More than 3 weeks. It's been out for, like, 2 months now.
Spoiler alerts.
It was coming out like once.
Don't be a garbage person.
We've already talked about that. We've been watching it, so
yeah.
They've had time to watch it.
I spoiled it like 3 episodes ago.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, because I didn't watch it yet, and I wouldn't have let you spoil it for me. You just said the first episode is wild, and that is an acceptable level of spoiler.
We can go back because I definitely said he kills it. I definitely said that.
He says something on the line of like everybody dies. Because we talked about like there not being like plot armor and stuff.
Definitely said it because I said like that's what the whole show is like based around.
But yeah, me and Mia are like we just finished episode 6, and like things are starting to like.
Yeah, the last couple of episodes are just you just be prepared to be sad. Just be prepared to be like.
But what it's also tripped me out is I saw a TikTok of a guy. He had the stack of all the Invincible comics that's about this high.
Oh yeah, they're only on volume.
He said
1.
season 1 covers that much.
Yeah,
they're
or like less than that. I was like, bruh.
And see,
it's a long. It could definitely be a long show.
One of the podcasts I listen to, they like go over like shows like that. So they were talking about like they were gonna spoil like the comic book part of it. I was like, they're like, yeah, because they read all the comics. So I was like, no, let's just because it's too. They said like, yeah, this is like the whole Omni-Man thing is like very like it goes deep. It goes deep. So I was like, let me just not. Let me not get too into that, too into the comic book stuff, because then you start like getting expectations for it and like, how the show should go, and you know.
Same with that. The Eternals trailer. Did you watch it?
Forgot to watch it. Completely forgot to watch it. Need to watch it.
Want to watch it real quick so we can talk about it?
Yeah, sure.
It looks cool.
Otherwise, I'm also finishing up season 2 of Love. And I hate those characters so much. I hate them so much.
It's not like I said. Those kind of shows like Love and Master of None. Those people are very uncomfortable to watch. Like
yes, it's very real and very very frustrating.
It's like just living in Florida and just like it's like walking with a camera in Florida. You just watch tragedy. Like oh, you're just living your life and it sucks. Like
just living your life and it sucks. Accurate.
Yeah, that's Love. I mean, that show is that's Love.
That's Love. Ugh, it was so frustrating.
Yeah, I need to either rewatch that or I need to watch something else because after when I restarted Master of None, I was like, man, I need to keep watching like good prestige television. I've been watching too much Family Guy.
All right, what do we got?
The
Eternals trailer.
Huh?
Yeah,
it's very interesting. I don't know what to think about it.
Yeah, no, not much given away in the trailer as far as like
story
goes, but yeah, it's gonna be.
I didn't really understand what the
who the
Eternals
are.
Yeah,
they're in the comics. You remember you watch Guardians of the Galaxy?
Mm-hmm.
remember how they were like, oh yeah, the Power Stone's like super powerful, and they would show that big thing like destroy a planet.
Yeah.
Those big things are called Celestials.
Yeah.
They came to Earth at one point, did some experiments on early humans. They made Eternals, they made Deviants, and they made humans, like normal humans. And so the Eternals are like they have powers and stuff. Deviants are like the evil version. And it might just be they just show up. But yeah, that's the whole thing. They're there on Earth for thousands of years, but they're not interfering.
Interesting.
But now they have to because the Deviants might show up. The Deviants might show back up. So.
All right, I can get behind it.
Yeah, it'll be cool and really star-studded cast. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
It's gonna be again. Marvel's movies I'm starting to feel the fatigue of the gray. Like it just looks very like the color grading is very just like it's not gray. It's just that weird like muted color thing. It's just like
dark muted colors.
Yeah, well, I'm like, can we like? I'm not saying we need like bright like Shazam level like.
Yeah.
I don't need someone in like a red suit, but it's like, can we just brighten something up a little bit? Like, I'm so sad.
So I feel like this one is more on the like Justice League side of color grading and stuff in my opinion.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit brighter.
I was going darker.
Oh, darker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just especially like Eternals, like it should be really, really, really bright because they're supposed to have like different personalities and like it's supposed to be very like. This one's the purple one. This way, but in that final shot, they all look kind of like they're mostly gray. I'm like, it needs to be like really bright. But it's Marvel. They've been successful. They're gonna keep being successful until.
Hey man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Until they like blow everything up. So they were talking about that on that podcast I listened to. They were like when's everything gonna like when are they? Because in comic books they have to like reboot every like 10, 15 years just because like new readers and we want to like when's Marvel gonna go ahead and be like all right boom like new Captain America like you know when are they gonna do that or if they do that because if all the young people work out they might just keep it smooth keep it going.
Yeah.
Spider-Man leads everybody like
because it could get confusing in the future with, like you were saying, like new people coming in if they haven't watched from the beginning.
Yeah, if you haven't watched the last, like, I mean, imagine like 4 years from now. If you haven't watched the last, like,
it's going to be like almost 100. It's going to be almost like 100 hours of, like movies.
Movies and now TV shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like, no one's going to be like, oh, WandaVision came out 10 years ago. I have to watch it. Like, like, can you imagine, like, someone 10 years from now, like, you know, like, one of our kids, like...
Found WandaVision.
Like, hey, you gotta watch WandaVision.
You can't really say that because, like, a Star Wars came out.
Well, Star Wars was 3 movies.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't...
Star Wars is digestible. True. Lord of the Rings is digestible.
Okay, you don't have to watch
true.
all of the MCU. You really have to watch, like, 8 movies to, like, fully get what's happening, but, like... It's a lot to digest if you want to do it all.
Damn.
Yeah. But Eternals is going to be cool.
Yeah,
I'm excited for Eternal. I'm most excited for Shang-Chi. I think Shang-Chi looks the brightest.
Shang-Chi looks
as far as like the color grade. It still is.
I'm excited for Loki too. That comes out June 9th.
Yeah, Loki's going to be
fun.
That one, the new trailers that they've dropped for it and stuff. Oh, it's going to be dope.
It's going to be super good. That one's going to be pretty bright too.
Yeah. They're going weird now. I like that Marvel's going. They were trying to go weird around the Guardians like phase. They were like, yeah, we're gonna do something a little like odd. Now they're just going full weird. They're just going like.
Speaking of Guardians, they teased Adam Warlock. And they haven't done anything with him yet.
Yeah, no, they haven't. Because he's supposed to be like, I think in the original Infinity Saga, he's the one who like defeats Thanos. Like, he's
supposed to be the one that
does the whole snappy thing.
I don't know. There's also multiple different variations.
Yeah.
So
it's also Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl kills Thanos.
Bananas.
Love it. Oh man, but I'm excited for that.
It'll be good. Cool. Also, UFC's The Ultimate Fighter. It's coming on June 1st.
Oh.
That's basically the show that put UFC in like the mainstream media.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like because that came out. Double check me on this. I believe in 2003. When was UFC The Ultimate Fighter 1?
Are they like rebooting it? Or are they like
No, just new season. Like it's
Oh, okay.
they every now and then they'll reboot it, but they hadn't done it in a while because Dana White came out with 2 other shows. It was Who's Looking for a Fight, I think was one of them. 2005. And Dana White Contender Series, where it was just like amateur fighters. The entire idea is that there's amateur fighters.
Yeah.
And you fight and bingo bango. But with the Ultimate Fighter, it was like the real world type deal where they're all in the same house, and then there's one team, and then there's another team, and the idea was
Mortal Kombat.
basically, yeah. No, it's like
Okay.
each week, 2-3 fighters from each team will fight each other, and either you get knocked out or you continue on, and then at the end it's like the 2 dudes from both teams that got the most dubs, and then also the 2 coaches fight at the end as well. So it's a good one, and that's basically what put there's some serious like market research done on like the trajectory of the UFC after the Ultimate Fighter, because that was the first time that you'd put UFC on, because that was on, it was either on it was on Spike.
Okay.
So it was like the first time that it was on like a
Like a major network,
cable network, and it was like the full live event.
And it was no longer like no disrespect to the sport, but it was no longer just the sport.
Yeah.
It became like, this whole thing like everything's got to become a meme.
You got personalities, and also the big deal, like the amount of people that watched between rounds.
Yeah.
Was bananas.
Yeah.
Because it was Forrest Griffin, and could you look that up as well? Who fought in UFC the Ultimate Fighter finale?
That like first one?
Yeah. Just the way they were fighting was just a brawl the entire time. It wasn't like there was no it was not a technical fight.
Right,
it was just like get inside a phone booth and bang. It was
fighting someone inside a phone booth.
Forrest Griffin and Stefan Bonner.
Stefan Bonner.
Bonner.
Yeah. Stefan Bonner. Yeah. Such a bananas fight. It was just like middle of the ring, just yay, just throwing hands, just the entire time. It was badass, man. Yeah. So, and it was a 5-round fight, and like something like some ridiculous amount of numbers between rounds, because people were just like, "Are you watching this? Flip to channel blah blah blah. Check this out."
I miss that.
So good, man.
I miss the group watching experience of let's all watch this thing that premiered right now. Like,
it's different.
I miss that. Like,
take me back.
Like whenever we like watch The Bachelor and stuff like that, I kind of felt that.
The community aspect of it was nice.
What
we were watching was garbage.
Yeah,
It was good community.
But like besides like HBO stuff, I don't think people will get that experience anymore. And even with HBO stuff now, it's on HBO Max now, so it doesn't even matter. Like everyone's like imagine everyone talk about how the what was the Friends was like the most watched like TV like episode ever, like the last episode of Friends. Like those things won't happen. That's cultural.
Never
events.
happen again. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're all like on Twitter. Half the kids are on TikTok now. Yeah. So
it's crazy to think that like cable and all that probably not gonna stay much longer. With all the streaming services.
Yep. Yeah. Well,
all these companies and stuff can make their own money.
Right.
Like doing their own streaming thing rather than paying the cable companies to have their stuff on.
I think just eventually it'll be like you'll have like 20 streaming services, and then they'll say we'll put everything in a package.
Yep.
And then it's like
that's just
cable.
It'll be cable, but
you
streaming.
like you have multiple